Ladies and gentlemen in the gallery, may you all please rise for the Speaker of Council, Councillor Margaret Arnolds.
Good morning, councillors. Good morning, councillors. Can we have a moment of silence for meditation or prayer? You may be seated. Greetings in the name of Bafana Bafana. Point of orders will be like this today. Thank you, STC.
Good morning, everyone. It is hereby notified that the continuation of the 38th Ordinary Meeting of the City of Johannesburg Municipality will be held on Thursday, the 25th of June, 2026, at 10 a.m. at the Constance Conny Bapela Council Chamber, Metropolitan Center in Braamfontein. And the first item on the agenda is opening.
Good morning, councillors. Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Cllr Morero, Deputy Executive Mayor, Councillor, apologies, colleagues. Okay. Let's start over. Executive Mayor of the City of Johannesburg, Councillor Cllr Morero. In absentia, Deputy Executive Mayor, Councillor Loyiso Masuku. Whip of Council, Councillor Kazamula Chauke. Chair of Chairs, Councillor Vuani Marema. All political party leaders and whips, members of the Mayoral Committee, chairpersons of Section 79, fellow councillors, City Manager, Dr. Floyd Brink, Secretary to Council, Mr. Andile Gobinga, officials of the City of Johannesburg, residents of the City of Johannesburg, members of the media present, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the continuation of the 38th Ordinary Council meeting of the City of Johannesburg. Councillors, we also want to congratulate Bafana Bafana in winning last night. We have also received a request of a debate on a matter of urgent public importance from Councillor Magwenchu. However, such does not comply with the Rule 98.1 of the Standing Rules and Order of Council. At this point, councillors, I will allow 10 minutes for the number of councillors present in the chamber to be counted, and verification of the number of councillors who have signed the register so as to confirm our quorum. I thank you. If you are in the chamber, can you be seated so that we count you? If you have not signed, then can you go outside to sign? But I assume we all signed that's inside. Thank you, councillors. We'll come back at 10:16. It's 10:06. We'll come back at 10:16. Thank you, colleagues. Can we be seated so that we can hear the outcome of the numbers?
We've got 115 on the register and 73 in. But 115 on the register still doesn't have us.
Colleagues, we have 115 on the register, and only 73 of you has been counted inside. So we are going to take the 20 minutes. Some people are shaking their heads. I hope they know that I've seen them shaking their heads. Okay, so we're going to take the 20 minutes. It's 10:20 now. We'll come back at 10:40. Thank you. Thank you, councillors. Colleagues, please, can we be seated? They're starting to count us. Somebody has lost their pen. It's a female councillor. No, you had another one, Councillor Safumba. I know yours. I know yours. Councillor Safumba, come fetch it. Thank you, colleagues. We'll now be seated.
We have this outside. And then in here we have this. We do have quorum.
Colleagues, we do have a quorum. Those that are signed is 164, but we have 151 inside, meaning that people are still roaming outside. And also we have leave of absence, so we'll check on that. Thank you so much. So we can start our business of the day. STC?
Yeah, we proceed now with applications for leave of absence.
Councillors, the leave of absence that we have received is Councillor M. Cook, Party Business, Councillor Y. Zigebe, late arrival, Councillor M. Mokwena, Private Business, Councillor Z. May, Family Responsibility, Councillor J. Caldine, Ill Health, Councillor J. Carolia, Ill Health, MMC Squaila, Ill Health, Councillor T. Mhlongo, Private Business, Councillor F. Abdul, a late arrival. Is there any leave of absence from the floor? Councillor Simon Say, Councillor Chair Ndlela, Councillor Makuba, Councillor Mokome, Councillor Mohape, who's hiding his face? Councillor Magwenchu, and then Councillor Councillor Monyai, and then Councillor Masera. In that fashion, I have got the Bafana fever, so I forgot you all.
Good
Can
morning.
we start with the first one?
Good morning, Madam Speaker. Ill health is Councillor Dwayne Ponsonby, Councillor Debbie Volskut. Late arrivals will be Councillor Marilyn Spouse, and early departure will be myself and MMC Kenny Kunene. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, Speaker. ANC caucus, ill health is Councillor Make, Councillor Mgadi, Councillor Mazibugwana, Councillor Nzondo, Councillor Zondo, Councillor Tsehlo, Councillor Mabuza, Councillor Ndo, Councillor Makam, Councillor Mota, family responsibilities, Councillor Kwapeng, running late is Councillor Rapatu, Councillor Toteti, Councillor Mazibugo, MMC Zungu, Councillor Ngema, Councillor Simelane, or Councillor Simelane has arrived. To leave early, if we are not by 18 hours, MMC Masuku, Councillor Mashinini at 14 hours, Councillor Libya, Councillor Mufukeng, and Councillor Chiseng, they will asking to leave at 12. Thank you.
Next, Councillor.
Good morning, Speaker. For the IFP, it's Councillor Nyembe, Ill Health, Councillor Kanyile out of the province. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Mokome.
Thank you, Speaker. Early departure by 17 hours if we are not done by then. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you, Speaker. From the EFF caucus, it's Party Business, it's Councillor Nkonkobe, MMC Goma. Ill Health, it's Councillor Makafula, Councillor Mulala, Councillor Ndwele, Councillor Ntlapo, Councillor Molife. Late arrival, it's Councillor Mabidi Lala, Councillor Nenemba. Early departure, it's Councillor Mohape at 2 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Next, Councillor.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, Councillor Kwamanda will be running late. Thank you. Is here? Oh, he has arrived. Okay, thank you.
I think he's sitting late and not running late now. Councillor Munyai.
Thanks, Madam Speaker. From Action SA, Family Responsibility, Councillor Mashala, Councillor Kamuhelo Moshala, Councillor Chwaedi, Councillor Musapo, Councillor Muaze, Councillor Mabelebele, Councillor Shai. Party Business, Councillor Jabu Mabunda, Councillor Temba Mabunda, Councillor Lebu Mukoka, Councillor Mukondo, Councillor Zakal Batlang, Councillor Sondach. Sick leave, Councillor Luanda Bini, Councillor Lebuhang Mutukanin. Early departures, Councillor Ntombela, 14:30, Councillor Edward, 14:30, Councillor Rakosa, 17-0, Councillor Shumba. 14-0, Councillor Prof. 16-0. Prof Van Veek, yes. As a late arrival, Councillor Nkom. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Councillor Masera.
Thank you, Speaker. I've got the following LOAs for the councillors. Councillor Mark van der Merwe is in court today. Councillor Mohammed, Ill Health. Councillor Fien, Ill Health. Councillor Robert, Ill Health. Councillor Moloisani, Family Bereavement. Councillor Kukemur, Ill Health. Councillor Campbell-Tlut, Ill Health. Councillor Shabalala, Ill Health. And the following councillors will leave early if we're not finished. Councillor Nkomo at 2. I've got another ill health by Councillor Seku. Councillor Darocha will leave at 4. Councillor Shaw will leave at 2. Councillor Steenkamp will leave at 5. Councillor Khaletsani will also leave at 5. Councillor Santana at 4. Councillor Gusen at 4. And the following 3 councillors will leave at 4 for religious reasons, which is Councillor Christian, Councillor Chaim, and Councillor Landis. Thank you so much, Speaker.
Okay, we have another late arrival. MMC Tapelo. Ahmed Tapelo will be arriving late. Councillor Mpolobosha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Then early departure, Speaker has to leave around 15 hours. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Councillor Ndlela.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I forgot MMC Mgcina, who is out of the country. Thank you.
Okay, Councillor Simonse.
Madam Speaker, just correction. Councillor May is in chambers today, and Councillor Ishmael early departure at 3:30. Thank you.
Councillor May, are you hiding? Yes, Councillor. Yes, it's you, Mohape.
Apologies, Speaker, I forgot 2 councillors. It's Councillor Serrani, Party Business, and Councillor Muyepi. Ill Health.
Okay. Thank you. Any more brainwaves on leave of absence? No other brainwaves. Thank you. Are all these apologies noted? Thank you so much.
We proceed to recommendations to Council.
Deputy Executive Mayor.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you, Madam Speaker, Whip of Council, Chair of Chairs, MMCs, as well as all leaders of various caucuses. I hereby table recommendations to Council on behalf of the Executive. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Chair of Chairs.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, Deputy Executive Mayor, MMC Finance, MMC Transport, MMC Human Settlement, Chairpersons of Portfolio Committee, Councillors at large. I rise to table the legislature's report. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Acting Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. If you could kindly indulge us, from the Executive, we'd like to elevate items 63, 65, 84, 90, and 91. 63, 65, 84, 90, and 91. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Chair of Chairs.
Thank you very much once again, Honorable Speaker. Riding on the very same protocol established, I would like, through your indulgence, to elevate the following legislature reports: 86, 87, 88, and the motion that is there. Thank you very much.
Okay, before I allow you, Councillor, can I just clarify what they have asked for? Executive, item 63, 65, 84, 90, and 91. The legislature, 86, 87, 88, and the motion, yeah. So we got it right, no? Okay, Councillor Avante Smith.
Thank you, Speaker, and well done, Bafana. That was amazing. Yay. Proudly South African today. May the DA caucus request a 15-minute caucus break, please?
Okay, I've seen the hand.
Always.
Thank you so much, Councillor Avante Smith. I've seen the hand of the acting mayor. Acting mayor, I haven't said that we can go, but it's acting mayor, it's yours.
Thank you so much, Speaker. My sincere apologies. And perhaps I would like to request that because it's a compliance report, the section 71 reports, if we could please also elevate them. 79, 80, and 81.
Okay, so it's 63,
Yes.
65, 84, 90, 91, 79, 80, and 81.
Yes, ma'am.
It will obviously go in the numerical order. Okay. DA caucus, you are granted 15 minutes, and I will say again, could we then all caucus in the 15 minutes? I thank you. Yes, I have acceded to it. Thank you. We'll come back at 11:13. is gone. I think you have crossed. STC? Oh, can the DA report back to us?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. We can go ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
On escalated items, we're starting off with item 63, and that is the request to initiate a public participation process for the City of Johannesburg Municipal Planning Bylaw 2016, a review as amended in 2023.
Thank you so much, STC. Councillor D. Shea from the Democratic Alliance.
Speaker, just a note on the speakers list, you've allocated me 3 minutes. Can I have my full time?
It's an error. But we also want you just to speak for 3 minutes, not 8 minutes. Thank you, Councillor Shea.
Honourable Speaker, to my DA colleagues who fight every day to see Johannesburg shine again, and to the residents of Johannesburg, and of course, to the class of 2026. Welcome to the 5th lecture in the Johannesburg School of Governance, proudly brought to you by the Democratic Alliance and approved by the President of South Africa. Let's recap the course so far. Lecture 1 was measurement, Lecture 2 was sequence, Lecture 3 was system, and Lecture 4 was inner city green spaces. Today's lecture is by far the simplest one yet. We're not doing advanced mathematics, we're doing maths literacy. Maths literacy, Speaker, the subject you take when numbers aren't hard, they just haven't checked them. Let us check them together. Item 63 asks this council to authorize the initiation of a public participation process for the review of the municipal planning bylaw. This report sets out a timeline. It is their timeline. I did not write it. I'm simply going to read it back to the class. Public participation, July to August. Department response to public comments, October 2026. Final approval to council, November to December 2026. July, August, September, October, November, December. 6 months from today, all of them require a functioning council to receive this report. Except, let's look at our council calendar that's coming later in today's agenda. Last council meeting is August, so July, August. We're missing a whole bunch of numbers, right? We can't get to December with this council. You're giving a new council in November, which will be led by Helen Ziller. Homework to do. We cannot complete this process in this council term. And every rand spent on this process is going to be a waste. The Provincial Gazette notice, the Sowetan, the Bill, the Star, the Citizen, the regional office copies, the public presentations will all have been spent on a process that produces nothing. This is not my arithmetic, this is their arithmetic. Written in their own report, confirmed by their own year planner, tabled at their own council sitting. They handed us the exam paper and the answer sheet at the same meeting and still got the question wrong. Speaker, this administration calls this a minor review. If it's minor and urgent, why was it not brought earlier in this term, when it could still be finished? Because this is not about completing a bylaw, this is about starting something popular, an online application system, easier development processes, right before an election, so they can claim credit on the campaign trail while the costs and the unfinished work are dumped on the next council. The next council, the one that will actually govern the city after November, will inherit a half-done public participation process that has already cost money and produced nothing. They'll either have to abandon it or start again properly. This is not responsible governance. This is pre-election theatre paid for with public money. The costs are not minor, 4 newspapers, regional offices across the city, public presentations, all that expenditure is authorized the moment this council votes yes today. All of it's spent regardless of whether this process ever reaches a conclusion. You know, the Municipal Finance Management Act has a name for spending public money on processes that produce no result. It's called wasteful expenditure. It's not a characterization, it's a legal definition. And this council is being asked to authorize it today, despite what everyone said yesterday about avoiding wasteful expenditure, in full knowledge that this process cannot complete because the year planner that approves it is sitting a few items down on the same agenda. Speaker, the DA does not oppose the substance of this bylaw review. The online system, the engineering service agreements, and the title bulk contributions are overdue. We oppose the timing. We oppose spending money the city does not have in a process that they cannot complete. Our position is quite straightforward. Withdraw this item, preserve the draft, let the incoming council, the council that will actually govern this city, own the process from the beginning, complete it properly and not inherit a half-finished exercise that has already wasted public funds. This is not an obstruction, this is responsible stewardship. Maths literacy is not about complex equations, it's about checking whether your answer makes sense before you hand in the paper. The administration has handed in the paper where the timeline runs past the last day of the exam. They're asking the council to award them marks for work they cannot finish, work the next administration will have to fix. The DA will not be awarding those marks today. 5 steps. 1 bead left on the calendar. The numbers don't work. They have never worked, and no amount of Gazette notices will make them work. This was Lecture 5. This is the final term. There will be no extended learning program for slow learners. From next term onwards, there will only be instruction. There will be no more instruction. There will only be demonstration. We believe in Joburg. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Shay. Action SA, Councillor R. Sihwayi.
Say it again. Sihwayi.
Can we get settled over here, please? Councillor Mazibuku? Oh, it's not you, sorry. You look alike. You can start, Councillor, your time is running.
Madume Speaker, ke dumedise basebetsi mmoho le nna ha mmoho le baahi ba toropo e kgolo ya Gauta. Nka lebala jwang the Fabulous 44 ba bohlale ba botjhabela. Regarding item 63, Madam Speaker, as section SA, we are saying any measures aimed at improving the efficiency of the department will always be welcomed. Therefore, we note this report. I thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor J. Mosetla from the Economic Freedom Fighters. Johannesburg. Oh, he's not around, we'll go. Okay.
Morning, Speaker. The EFF agrees with the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Ramafikeng from the African National Congress.
Thank you, Speaker. I would like to express my gratitude of being given an opportunity to present the development planning item number 63 today. Let me firstly acknowledge the presence of Madam Speaker of Council, Councillor Margaret Arnolds. Mayor of City of Johannesburg in his Associate Councillor Dada Morero, Deputy Mayor Councillor Loiso Masuku, Chief Whip of Councillor Kasamela Chauke, Chair of Chair Councillor Marema. Speaker, the purpose of this report is to request permission from Council to initiate a public participation process for the minor review of the planning bylaw 2016 as amended 2023. Speaker, the department has reviewed the bylaw for 2 years. The department seeks to request permission to conduct public participation for the following objectives. The first objective, Speaker, is to integration of the system within City of Johannesburg to create a single source of the property data and information across various impacted functions. Now, objective number 2, Speaker, efficient submission of land use application anywhere and anytime to promote internal efficiency by reducing returned and cancelled application. Sorry, Speaker. Speaker, limited who can submit applications. The proposed online system will allow only registered professionals per the Planning Profession Act 33 of 2002 to submit certain applications which will assist with obtaining quality application, process them rapidly, and protect the city from non-performing agents. Ekurhuleni and Tshwane have implemented the same bylaws which are working effectively for their municipality. Fix legal issues with enforcement. Changes were made after legal challenges came up during joint operation with JMPD or SAPS. Speaker, the dilemma was whether JMPD could enforce the bylaw. A clearly more comprehensive definition in the bylaw now fixes that gap. Speaker, in essence, the city needs stricter rule on who can apply and get a clearly legal loading so JMPD and SAPS can enforce properly. Speaker, as a ANC, we request Councillor to approve this report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Ramafikeng. MMC Acting Mayor.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as councillors have indicated that this is a request.
Acting Mayor, just hold on. Colleagues, I'm not sure what's happening. It's almost like a flea market, up and down, in and out. No, can we not do that? I didn't ask where it is. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. And the noise is here. Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Good morning to you once again, Madam Speaker. Whip of Council, Chair of Chairs, Chairs of Section 79, fellow MMCs, councillors and leaders of various caucuses. Once again, congratulations to Bafana for reaching the following group stages. Speaker, as councillors have already said that this is a request for public participation, and it's about really improving efficiency in land use management and planning processes. The proposed amendments will enable applicants to submit development applications electronically from anywhere where they are in the world, and it will help to improve integration. And this review also seeks to address infrastructure constraints affecting development by enabling developers to enter into agreements to provide certain engineering services where the city lacks immediate capacity. And the bylaw review further introduces clearer requirements regarding who may submit specific categories of planning applications and proposes mandatory pre-application inquiry processes for major land development application. And we are seeking this council approval, Madam Speaker. And I do want to say through you, there is absolutely no way officials and ourselves would have initially known that there would be a decision to have the last council in August. So this was a report that went through the structures of the city from as early as March. So we are asking for this report to be approved, but we have no problem with the implementation being done only after 4 November. So let's approve the report, but we are saying on record that we will only start with the actual public participation after the 4th of November. We don't have a problem with that. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you so much, Acting Mayor. The recommendations for the item is on page 6.35. Is the item agreed to? The yeses have it. The neer came achterna. Councillor Christians.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In terms of Rule 84, can you please record the opposition of the Democratic Alliance to this item? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're now on item 65, and that is the request for approval to undertake a feasibility study which is aimed at developing various public transport facilities management models which will be used for granting user rights to public transport facility users within the city of Johannesburg for the usage of designated and categorized public transport facilities.
Thank you so much. The DA, Councillor Krish. I hope I've pronounced it right.
Thank you, Speaker. All protocol observed. The DA recognizes the importance of regularizing and formalizing their relationship with the taxi industry in order to make acceptable and reasonable arrangements for the use of those facilities. So the DA supports the item in terms of a feasibility study, but does reserve its rights regarding to the actual final input that should come to Section 79 for approval and for further interrogation. So as it stands, the DA supports it.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor T. Tema from Action SA.
Morning, Speaker. Fellow councillors, guests in the gallery, more importantly, the resident of the city of Johannesburg. Kupoka, Bafana, Kupoka. Speaker, I rise in strong support of item 65. Which present a practical and forward-looking solution to improve the management of public transport facilities in Johannesburg. Honourable members, we all know the current reality. Many of our transport facilities are poorly maintained, unsafe, and not meeting the standard our residents deserve. At the same time, the public transport operators, especially in the taxi industries, have at the same time, the public transport operators, especially in the taxi industries, have already stepped in to provide cleaning. Sorry, Speaker. At the same time, the public transport operators, especially in the taxi industries, have already stepped in to provide cleaning and security services, often without formal agreements or support from the city. Item 65 recognizes this reality and proposes a structured partnership. The proposal itself introduces a user rights model where transport operators take on the day-to-day management of facilities, including cleaning, security, and minor maintenance, while the city retains ownership and oversight. this is not a loss by the city, but rather a smart way of governing.
Councillor, what's happening?
I don't know, Speaker.
Don't pull the mic around. Hold it steady. Please.
Honourable
Carry
Speaker.
on. Colleagues, please, someone is listening to respond.
Honourable Speaker, this approach will deliver immediate and visible improvement, cleaner and safer facilities, better service delivery for commuters, and of course, increase accountability at facility level. It also ensures that those who rely on these facilities daily have a direct take in maintaining them. Importantly, this item also advances economic transformation. The taxi industry, which carries a significant share of our commuters, has historically operated without subsidies and limited formal support. And the model itself promotes economic empowerment, job creation, and formal inclusion of operation into structures economic activity. Furthermore, Speaker, the proposal strengthens the city's financial sustainability through the introduction of user fees and the establishment of a municipal land transport fund to manage these revenues effectively. This also reduces pressure on municipal resources while improving service delivery. Honourable members, this is not just a rush process. It also includes a feasibility study, facility evaluations, a public participation process ensuring transparency and compliance within the legislation. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, item 65 offers a balanced, lawful and practical solution to long-standing challenges. It also improves infrastructure management, empowers key stakeholders, and strengthens the city's ability to deliver public services. Let us all support a proposal that is grounded in reality, driving partnership, and focus on delivering a better and beautiful city called Johannesburg. I thank you.
Thank you. Councillor R. Leshilo from the Economic Freedom Fighters.
Ke go leboga Speaker, madume go bašomi ka nna, ke dumediša le badudi ka moka ba City of Johannesburg. Ke re halala bafana halala. Halala. Speaker, as the Economic Freedom Fighters, batho ba modimo. Speaker, as the Economic Freedom Fighters support this item because there is a merit in exploiting the new management models for public transport facilities. However, we must be honest about what is this report really telling us. At its core, this report is an admission that the city has struggled to properly maintain many of its public transport facilities. The report itself states that the city is unable to adequately provide cleaning and security services at some facilities, resulting in taxi operators services at some facilities, in taxi operators stepping in and providing these services at their own cost and without compensation from the municipality. Speaker, this is a reality. This reality must concern us. Public transport infrastructure is a municipal's responsibility. Taxi operators should not be forced to compensate for shortcomings in municipal service delivery. At the same time, we must acknowledge the critical role played by the taxi industry. The report notes that the minibus taxi account for approximately 31% of transport trips in Johannesburg, remain the primary mode of transport for millions of working class residents. Every taxi operators transport people to work, school, clinics, places of economic activity, often without the level of government support enjoyed by other public transport modes. The EFF therefore support a process that seeks to formalize management arrangement and empower operators. However, we caution against using the process simply to transfer responsibility from the city to operators without adequate support, resources, and accountability mechanisms. We are also concerned, and while the report proposes the introduction of user fees and establishment of municipal land transport funds, it does not yet provide sufficient detail on financial implications for operators and commuters. Council must ensure that this process does not become another financial burden and on a financial burden on an industry that is already operating under difficult economic conditions.
55
Speaker,
seconds.
perhaps the most important lesson from this report is that the infrastructure cannot be built and then be neglected. The report itself acknowledges that some facilities will require refurbishment, upgrading, and repairs before user right can be granted. This demonstrates the extent of the maintenance challenges facing the city. The EFFs will therefore support the recommendation. However, we call the meaningful consultation with the taxi industry, transparency regarding user fees, protection of commuter interest, and a clear protection of commuter interest, and a clear commitment that the new management model must improve cleanliness, safety, maintenance, and dignity of public transport facilities. Ultimately, Speaker, commuters are interested in who.
Thank you so much, Councillor Leshilo. Councillor Waitwala from the African National Congress.
Thank you, Speaker. I'll be speaking on behalf of Councillor Twala. She's not present today. Greetings to everyone, all protocols observed. I stand to speak on item 65, request for approval to undertake a feasibility study which is aimed at developing various public transport facilities management models which will be used for granting user rights to public transport facilities users within the city of Johannesburg for the usage of designated and categorized public transport facilities. Speaker, this is an important item because it touches on a long-standing challenge in the city. The need to better regulate, manage, and sustain public transport facilities, particularly in
Next door. IT, we don't need yesterday's repeat. Thank you so much. MMC Kunene.
Greetings, Madam Speaker. Greetings to the Executive Mayor, Madam Masuku. I said Executive Mayor. Okay, it's fine. Chair of Chairs, Chief Whip in absentia, Chairperson of Section 79 on Transport, the Chief Whip of the Patriotic Alliance, and the PA 10 councillors that are in council. Madam Speaker, let me give context. In 2023, after I became the MMC of Transport, I signed a protocol agreement with the taxi industry, of which was Santago and NTA. And in the light of that document, we then had discussions. And out of those discussions, one of the issues I raised was the management of the taxi ranks. Madam Speaker, this report did not fall from a tree. It's part of the vision that I've brought to the Transport Department. The taxi industry took me to a taxi rank in Randburg that they have been running for 20 years. That taxi rank in Randburg is very clean, well run, and security is very tight. They have optometrists on site that tests the eyes of the drivers every now and then. They've got companies that are selling spares to the taxis on site. And as part of my vision, we also negotiated with JPC to allocate the land next to the taxi rank, which was used as a dumping site, to use it as a holding area for the taxis as they were parking on the road. They also took me to a taxi rank in Orange Farm, which was donated to them by PRASA or Transnet. Very clean and very safe. That's where we keep our equipment when we are doing work in Orange Farm. In the light of that, I then instructed the team to find a piece of legislation that will support the user rights so that we can then bring to council a report where we give the taxi associations the right to manage our taxis. It is my view that they live there every day, 24/7. And they have demonstrated with the taxi ranks that I have seen, that I have visited, that they are capable of managing our taxi ranks and keeping them clean. Yes, indeed, we need a feasibility study. I brought this report in 2023 to council. However, Section 79 of Economic Development then required to interrogate it. We are here now that the two Section 79s have supported this feasibility study, and we are on our way to finalizing the contractual issues. I think Action SA went too much into the contractual issues. We are not yet there. We are on the feasibility study, and I concur with the councillor from EFF that our taxi ranks are not well run. There are companies that are being paid every month, yet our taxi ranks are filthy. Yet there is no proper security at our taxi ranks. So this goes a long way in shaping a good relationship with the city and the taxi associations. Let me appreciate the Democratic Alliance, Action SA, EFF, African National Congress, the Patriotic Alliance, and all the parties of the GLU for supporting this particular report. And Madam Speaker, salute Bafana Bafana, salute Minister Gaten McKenzie. Your aura has taken Bafana Bafana to the next round. Thank you very much. Salute!
Thank you so much, MMC. It's finished now. Councillors. Councillors, recommendations are on pages. Councillor, I'm on the podium. Recommendations are on pages 65.15 to 65.16. Is the item agreed to? Thank you so much.
Item 79 is the City of Johannesburg MFMA in-year financial report for the period ended 31st January 2026.
Thank you so much, Councillor. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Councillor Santana.
Speaker, can we combine them all together, please? 79, 80, and 81. Thank you.
Pardon?
Can we combine 79, 80, and 81 as one item?
79, 80, and 81.
Yep.
Okay, we'll do that. Twin. Okay, 79, 80, and 81.
Once again, item 79 is City of Johannesburg MFMA in-year financial report for the period ended on 31st January 2026, read together with item 80, that is the City of Johannesburg MFMA in-year financial report for the period ended 28 February 2026. And lastly, read with item 81, which is the City of Johannesburg MFMA in-year financial report for the period ended on 31st March 2026.
Okay, just before we start, item 79, item 80, we have all the same speakers. Item 81, there's a change of EFF where we have Councillor Zita, am I right? Okay, so let's go. Councillor Mkonza, so you have 3, 6, 9 minutes.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Just hold on, Councillor. Councillor De Lange. Oh, and then on item 81, Councillor Boer.
Thank you, Speaker. If you can just check the sequence so we don't get confused here. Obviously, we're coming in and the EFF are changing, so maybe we must just stick to the sequence of 81 if we are combining, and just see the speakers on the other items for the different parties. Thank you.
It's okay, Councillor. We'll manage it. We'll manage it in our way. Councillor Mkonza, 9 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Allow me to first acknowledge our Almighty God, eternally existent in 3 persons, God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit. Amen. To also acknowledge the executive, the executive mayor in absentia, the deputy executive mayor, and their executive team, and all the councillors, and greetings to our constituents and our beloved residents of the city of Johannesburg. I greet you all in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Amen. Congratulations once again to Bafana, especially Hugo Bruce, Helman Mkelele, the technical team, and the SAFA for having brought Hugo Bruce against criticism, and he has brought mental strength to the team, and we say congratulations to Bafana. Madam Speaker, allow me to first quote from my guiding manual, the Holy Bible, from the book of Luke 16, verse 10. It reads as follows: "The one who faithfully manages the little he has been given will be promoted and trusted with greater responsibilities. But those who cheat with the little they have been given will not be considered trustworthy to receive more." Madam Speaker, the ACDP caucus wishes to focus on 2 critical areas arising from the Section 71 reports, namely the performance of the conditional grants and the city's profit and cost movements. These are key indicators of the municipality's financial health, service delivery capability, and overall governance effectiveness. Before addressing these matters, we must express our concern regarding the city's persistently low collection rates. Revenue collection for January, February, and March stood at 83.7, 83.4, and 84.8 respectively, averaging approximately 84% year to date. These figures continue to reflect weaknesses in both credit control and revenue management system, which remain fundamental pillars of the city's financial sustainability. The less said about the continued concerns relating to the MSCOA compliance, the better. Conditional grants for the financial year 2025-26. On January, the overall performance was 64%. The ACDP notes that the Public Transport Network Grant, PTNG, remains one of the poorest performing conditional grants at 41%, closely followed by the Energy Efficiency Demand Side Management Grant, EEDSM. Such levels of expenditure raise serious concerns regarding projects' implementation, capacity, and the ability of departments to utilize allocated funds effectively. Under capital expenditure per funding source, capital expenditure performance stood at 26% as at 31 January 2026, compared to 29% during the same period in the previous financial year. This decline is concerning, particularly considering the significant infrastructure and service delivery backlogs facing the city. City Power and Joburg Water remain under pressure, recording expenditure levels of only 30% and 22% respectively. In February, the overall performance was 66%. While there was a marginal improvement in overall grant expenditure, the PTNG remained stagnant at 41%. More concerning is the sharp decline in the EEDSM expenditure to 26%, representing a significant reduction from previous reporting periods. The executive should provide a detailed explanation for this regression and outline the corrective measures being implemented. Capital expenditure per funding source. The capital expenditure stood at 30% compared to 35% during the corresponding periods in previous financial year. Although City Power and Joburg Water showed slight improvements, reaching 33% and 26% respectively, overall performance remained below acceptable levels. Municipal entities recorded expenditure of 37%, while departments collectively manage only 20% expenditure. Of particular concern is the complete absence of spending by economic development, social development, forensic and investigation services, the Office of the Speaker, and the Ombudsman. Such performance raises questions regarding projects' readiness, procurement processes, and institutional capacity. March, the overall performance was 43%. The ACDP notes with serious concern the substantial risk of underspending allocated conditional grants with only 3 months remaining before the end of the financial year. The continuing underperformance of PTNG, underline that, PTNG, now standing at only 32%, demonstrates persistent implementation challenges that require urgent intervention. We therefore seek clarity from the Executive Deputy Mayor regarding the city's strategy to ensure that all conditional grant allocations are fully spent within the prescribed time frames and that no funding is forfeited to National Treasury. Capital expenditure per funding source. Capital expenditure remains unacceptably low at 41%. Municipal entities recorded expenditure of 46%, while City Power and Joburg Water stood at 45% and 34% respectively. Even more concerning is the fact that economic development, social development, forensic services, and the Office of the Speaker had still not recorded expenditure against their capital budgets. The responsible MECs must provide council with detailed reasons for this continued lack of spending and indicate what remedial actions are being implemented to prevent the loss of critical development opportunities. Profit and cost movement analysis. For January, The ACDP notes with concern the significant financial pressures reflected in the city's profit and cost movement analysis. City Power reported a balance of approximately 21 billion, while Joburg Development Agency recorded 2 billion and Joshco 1.9 billion. Furthermore, cash outflows exceeded inflows, resulting in a negative movement of 339 million. This trend places additional pressure on the city's liquidity position and ability to fund operational and capital commitments. In February, the negative cash flow trend persisted during February, with cash outflows continuing to exceed inflows. City Power remained significantly exposed at 19.9 billion, while JDA and Joshco remained unchanged at approximately 2 billion and 1.9 billion respectively. This continued imbalance between inflows and outflows signals ongoing financial strain and highlights the importance of improving revenue
50
collection.
seconds left.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. The March results present a more positive picture, with cash inflows exceeding outflows, resulting in a positive net movement of approximately 2.5 billion. While this improvement is welcome, the underlying balances remain significant. City Power continues to carry a substantial balance of 19.1 billion despite a slight reduction compared to January. Joshco and JDA remained at approximately 1.9 and 2 billion respectively. The city must ensure that this positive movement is sustained and translated into improved service delivery outcomes and infrastructure investment. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, the ACDP take notes of the report, but remains concerned about the significant variances in conditional grant expenditure, capital budget implementation, both of which continue to perform well below the expected benchmark.
Thank you, Councillor Mkonza. Councillor Conny. You're speaking on all three, so you have 15 minutes.
Ngiyabonga Speaker. Angizu kudinga wonke lo 15 minutes ngoba angizu futhi nje ukumosha isikhathi. Angibingelele amakhansela lomkhandlu. Ngibingelele ivakashi zethu, izakhamuzi ezisibukele kwezokuxhumana. Ngibingelele iFabulous 44 la ngemva kwami ibutho leli. Ngibuye ngibingelele ake ngithi ngifuna ukubeka futhi nokuthi ukhansela Shayi use Mexico kuyimanje. Uyasi represent. Yeah, ube khona vele impela bese represent. Kahle Raphato. Speaker uyamemeza uRaphato and isikhathi sami phela manje ngicela ungiprotect we speaker. Ngina 15 minutes kahle wena. Speaker, lama section 7 uqina ngicela ukukhuluma Speaker. Ngiyana ukuqina Speaker. Lama section 71 report alethi kabi. Ngalokho ke angizukumosha isikhathi because the people of Johannesburg, they don't care about figures and they don't care about numbers. They care about the reality, and the reality is that the city is owing Eskom. The billing system is broken. We are still not MSCOA compliant. The city is insolvent and relying on loans. Cost of living is too high. Debtors book is increasing. Unemployment is too high. Service delivery has completely collapsed. Revenue collection is poor. Contractors are not paid on time. That is the reality of the city that we cannot run away from, Speaker. It is a shame that we have to sit here today and debate old reports while the city has completely collapsed. Even Guatina in this council, the very same council is collapsing. Kwaizolo, we had IT issues. We had rats. Inkinga phela le Speaker sibhekane nayo. So akusizi ukuthi siloke sidinga into zakudala la nabantu abaloka babanga umsindo futhi laba bakhona bashaywa ama BGM ngale bangabanga ubanga umsindo abaye ngeke baze babuye futhi Speaker ngicela ukukutshela abaye kumsindo bashaywa ama BGM vote of no confidence from their very own branches. Ngikutshela Speaker ngoba ayikho into lapha bahlulekile futhi.
Asizelangi yena leyo uyikhulumayo.
Speaker.
Awazi ukuthi ukhuluma ngani la. Asizelangi leyo uyikhulumayo.
Abantu abavotele.
Hlala phansi.
Abantu abavotele.
I'm asking you to be seated. There's a hand up and you continue. Councillor Rapadu? No. You. Councillor Rapadu, please continue.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I'm deeply concerned that the Speaker is continually engaging howlers instead of engaging the report, and is causing a situation where we'll retaliate. So please can you engage the report and not engage other people. But for in case I'm coming back, I'm wondering if you will come back.
Councillor Conny, I haven't asked you to get up. Can you please, and honestly, I did not understand everything that you said, but I could hear the insults that was in there. So can you please, Councillor Conny, can you stick to your speech? Can you stick to the item? Can you stick to the item? Please. And it's not up for debate between me and you. Can you stick to the item? Thank you. You can get up, Councillor Konyeni.
Ngiyabonga Speaker. Speaker, into bengiyicela nje kuwena. Bengicela ukuthi ungivikele Speaker njengoba ngenza speech sami. Be impartial, Speaker. That's the only thing that I'm asking for, and protect the Speaker.
Can you be seated? There's a point of order. Can you be seated? Councillor Christians? Colleagues on the other side, please.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, I rise in terms of Rule 82. Speaker, I have the same concern that Councillor Konyeni just raised. You've previously ruled that it is the individual speech and they have the freedom of speech when it comes to it. But now you are saying he needs to... You haven't.
He has freedom of speech. He has freedom of speech, but even though I don't understand the language, I could detect what was in there. Councillor Konyeni, can you carry on? Councillor Konyeni, do you want to carry on with your speech?
I want to carry on, Speaker.
Thank you. Carry on where you left.
I can give guys, please. I can give Speaker. People must vote for Action SA, Speaker, and stop giving their votes to self-serving parties who only care about foreign currencies hidden in their sofas. People must vote for ANC if they care about the city of Johannesburg and this country. Ngiyabonga, Speaker.
Thank you, colleagues. Thank you, colleagues. Thank you so much, colleagues. I thank you. Colleagues, thank you. Councillors.
Madam Speaker.
Councillors, thank you so much. Thank you.
Speaker, people must vote for Action SA.
Can I have order?
People must vote for Action SA.
Can I have order?
Vote for ANC.
Colleagues, can we have order, please? Okay, we're going to the next speaker. Thank you, Councillor Conny. We are going to Councillor Santana. Councillor Santana, you have 24 minutes. Aibo, it's done. It's done. It's recorded. It's done.
No, Speaker.
We withdraw.
No, Speaker. No, Speaker.
It's in the minutes.
Can I have Councillor Santana, please? Councillors. Councillors, please. Councillor Santana, you have 24 minutes.
Thank you, Speaker. I think we must all vote for the Democratic Alliance. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, the financial snapshots before us is not a technical footnote. It's a warning light flashing red across the dashboard of the City of Johannesburg. By February 2026, the city had collected revenue that was only 1% above budget, at about 740 million, more than planned, yet operating expenditure was already 4% over budget, roughly 2.3 billion rand over the plan. The result is stark. Instead of the budgeted 1.1 billion surplus, the city is sitting with an operating deficit of approximately 418 million. That is the difference between responsible government and financial drift. Residents are paying more, but the city is not converting enough of the billing into reliable cash, working infrastructure, or dependable services. The number confirms that the community is experiencing every day a city that bills aggressively, spends loosely, collects weakly, and delivers too slowly. And nowhere is this more visible than in the capital delivery. Council approved a 8.7 billion rand capital budget for the 2025-2026, but by February only 2.6 billion had been spent, just 30% of the program. Every delayed project means another transformer not upgraded, another water leak not repaired, another road not rehabilitated, and another community left waiting for basic services that is already paid for. The cash position deepens the concern. In February, the cash and cash investments fell from approximately 1.8 billion to 1.4 billion, a monthly decrease of about 400 million. And the sinking fund decline of 42.3 million, while interest rate swaps recorded a negative movement of 47.2 million. These are not abstract accounting entries. They are early signs of tightening liquidity, and if ignored, they will affect suppliers, service continuity, and ultimately residents. The debtors book is equally alarming. Arrears across water, electricity, and property rates remain heavily concentrated in the over 90-day bracket. Debt impairment is placing growing pressure on the income statement, with impairment costs running at elevated levels. Madam Speaker, a municipality cannot build a stable future if it keeps billing residents without collecting what it's owed, while allowing arrears to pile up month after month. The city's entities reflect the same instability. City Power faces large cash flow swings while the grid remains under pressure. Johannesburg Water is burdened by arrears and non-revenue water, even as residents endure leaks, outages, and service interruptions. Pick It Up's performance remains uneven, with service reliability exposed whenever cash tightens. These are not isolated problems. They are symptoms of a city's government that has lost control of the basics. The Democratic Alliance proposes the following remedies to immediately address some of these issues. Expenditure discipline now, freeze non-essential operating spending, and re-baseline contracted services and other operating costs. Align bulk purchase to realistic expectations. Accelerate capital where it counts. Fast-track, shovel-ready, high-impact projects in power distribution, water leak reduction, and road rehabilitation. Clear supply chain bottlenecks with weekly CapEx war room tracking until delivery surpasses 85% by the year run date. Revenue protection and collections target the top 1,000 arrear accounts across government, business, and high-usage residentials with escalated credit control, ring-fence revenue streams at high collection depots, and intensify meter auditing and tampering enforcement. cash and treasury stabilization, strengthen daily cash monitoring, squeeze payments to safeguard service continuity, review swap and investment positions to cut volatility and lock in low risk structures, the entity performance focus, city power, curb technical and non-technical losses, time management incentives to loss reduction and collection uplift, Johannesburg Water, prioritize non-revenue water projects with measurable monthly loss cuts. Madam Speaker,